back to the GSL Code S. So far, we've had some very interesting games. Lucira going down yet again to another bunker rush.
Well, we are going to have next July against GanZI, and these two are really tip-top in this matchup.
There's a favorite in this one.
It's really hard to say. I give it slightly to GSL. GanZI, like...
Really? I would actually almost give it slightly to GanZI.
Really? Interesting.
I could be wrong, but...
You know, GSL, the thing is, when he loses, it's to some sick badass killer. So, you have to be really quite solid to actually take GSL out. Is GanZI that man? Is he that solid guy?
GanZI always plays with a cape on. Look at this.
Yeah.
He looks like, which superhero?
No, you know, that's actually like a prince's
thing. Well, it could be like a vampire lord because the collar's popped up.
It's like Edgar from Final Fantasy 3.
Ah, yeah. I was thinking there's some Final Fantasy character that has the collar popped up like that.
He better get his drill bit out because GSL is going to need at least 800 damage to die.
Ooh. Edgar was actually the best one, right?
Edgar, he was
the best one in Final Fantasy, I remember it. I was like, well, this guy's broken.
Yeah, he was pretty badass.
All right, head here.
Whipping around.
GSL up against GanZI.
Nerds in half.
Get ready for an excellent Terran vs. Zerg here at the GSL
His castle goes underground.
Yeah, his castle did go underground in Final Fantasy 3. That was so cool. All right. In the center left starting location, we have... You know, that wasn't my best intro. I was kind of like, we have. I should have been like, we have.
Okay. Just get through it. I want to talk about Final Fantasy 3 for just a moment.
Yeah, it's fine.
Quick.
All right, hold on.
Faceless, the next one. Who is he?
Shut up.
Come on. Don't you control this?
Wait for it. All right. I have like pedals on the floor so I control these screens. Artosis, that's how I do it. Over here in the center right, we have...
All right, so Final Fantasy 3. You know how the world like ends at one point?
Yeah, that's like the
best start over.
You're like, oh my god, the game's not over. I'm only halfway through.
Yeah, I played that game so many times. One time I went through and beat it with just 3 characters because you only have to get 3 once the world restarts. You only need Celes, Setzer, and...
Is that how you say it, Celes? I thought it was Clea or something like that.
Well, it's definitely not Clea. It may not be Celes, but it's
I don't know. I played the game so long ago.
But it was, yeah, myself as well. But you only have to get Celes, Setzer, and it's either Sabin or Edgar. I think it's Edgar.
It's Edgar.
Yeah, I think so. You have to get him because of his castle. And I got only those 3, and I beat the game with them. And they weren't even all of 100. I'm just sick good at video games.
Wow. Yeah.
Anyways, so
interesting barracks placement here. I wonder if what he wants to do is when GSL, because obviously GSL was here in the studio watching that bunker rush game, right? So he's going to go into the main and think, oh my god, it's a second bunker rush.
You
but it's
are
actually not.
So smart.
Thank you.
You and GanZI are 2 of the smartest guys. Oh, never mind. He's making an add-on. Oh, you're almost so smart, Tasteless. You are just almost a genius.
Well, here's the thing: is he's still going to go in there and see that he might not see the barracks right away. Nope, never mind.
Knows exactly where he is. He's like, shut up.
He's like, no, Tasteless, cut that out.
All right, so we're going to see at least a Reaper, or perhaps even 2. We'll have to see. You know, I do love early Reapers in this matchup because every Zerg just about goes for the really quick hatchery. And of course, Reaper can be quite nice against that. So they are cross-map. Could be a very long and excellent game. GSL has had some pretty epic long half-map ZBTs here.
Nice. I think this is one of the best Reaper openings, too, is to get the quick command center.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because, look, there's no way Zerglings are going to be out on the map and doing damage to you since a Reaper's faster and kills Zerglings so quickly.
Well,
here he goes.
Combat shield on the way immediately thereafter. That is like, he doesn't even have a Marine, he's getting combat shield. That's pretty diehard, man. He's really committing to making Marines this game, Tasteless.
Oh, that was so good.
GSL with his star sense.
Linebackers.
He has crazy star sense.
Oh, whoa, the Zerglings are gone. All right, now this is all about patience on the Zerg's part.
It's also about patience with the Reaper. If you overcommit with it, it's going to take damage. And you really want to keep it alive, or you're not going to have any map presence whatsoever. And you're going to have to do things like make bunkers. As is, though, he's going to be fine. He's going to be able to scout, harass, force some more lings, perhaps.
You know, GanZI has to be kind of careful here. He's letting that Reaper take too much damage. Ideally, you don't want it to even be touched. even if you only kill 1 or 2 Zerglings, you know, you just don't want that Reaper to be hurt too much, because then you just don't have that defense if anything happens to go wrong.
Yeah, and Pain sucks. Why would you do that to your own unit?
Yeah, Pain is terrible. You know, here's a question, Artosis.
Yes.
Do you think a Baneling all-in would be good against a build like this? Because I think it would be.
You know, I don't think so. If
you don't think
GanZI sniffed it out for 1 second, he makes another bunker or 2. Plus, his combat shields are so quick that Baneling and Ling aren't going to do as well against him. I would say skip that. I would say skip it.
Very interesting.
It's my opinion.
Well, I haven't done it CBT, but I'm just looking at this. I think maybe, you know, you got to have Speedlings out, got over there. But you're right. If he detects it, generally, if you ever detect a Baneling all-in, you're just
you're generally golden,
dead. Yeah.
And of course, Jelizerg, he wants his championship still, man. And I tell you, this is definitely a possibility for him. He's playing really well against Hongan. He played really quite nicely.
All right, the Reaper can now. Well, is his Overlord going to spot it? What he wants to do is just keep that Reaper there so that if a drone comes by, the Reaper assassinates the drone, and third base timing is screwed up for the Zerg.
Yeah, exactly. So Jelizerg is getting his lair very quickly. 2 more gases being added. I think we'll probably just see Mutalisks popping out as quickly as he can and taking his third, of course, while that Spire is finishing up. It's a pretty standard play. On the other hand, GanZI, he's getting his stim. It's over halfway done. Adding a factory finally. It's a very standard game right now. It's not really too much to analyze.
He's playing very patiently right now. Whoa. Is he going to get in? No. Okay. I used all my whoa. It's for nothing.
Yeah, you can never get those whoa-whoa-who's back.
No, there's only so many. If I just keep going whoa, it suddenly just turns into this really bad techno song. You know, you don't want that. All right,
so
like
feel the music. Whoa.
Oh, that's like every bad techno song. It's like the music goes on, it's like whoa, and then some guy's like ecstasy. Then it's like and then the song picks up.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to this game. Looks like he's going to put the starport where the factory is for that reactor. Get medevacs out as quickly as possible.
Yeah, we might even see a little pressure build here. You know, Baneling's speed has not even been started yet, so you can always out-micro just about everything with those stimmed Marines with medevacs. Now the Spire is almost done. Of course, the third base is on its way. That's how you ZBT tasteless.
Yeah. Looks like this is, by the way, might I point out, a little bit gutsy coming from GanZI. He actually just walked with half of his Marines in a circle around the map, cleaning up the Zelnaga watchtowers. Now it looks like his next plan is to have a medevac drop here. I could be incorrect. It looks like he might be gearing up for a medevac drop with 2 medevacs coming out now. Yeah, he does have the option to turtle as well.
He's definitely going to at least pressure a little bit, and that's just smart. It's just smart business, tasteless.
And you got to do that before the Mutalisks start to dominate the map, because after that, it's just a gamble.
Well, with 7 Mutas about to pop and a bunch of Zerglings out in the map, definitely Jelizerg can make some scenarios where these Marines die. So GanZI has to be careful about that. If you lose an early clump of Marines in this matchup, it becomes very difficult. Oh my god. Flying past an Overlord, though. He's flying past an Overlord.
Banelings are in position.
That they are.
Oh, he should not be doing this.
He should drop one Marine at a time.
Turn around. The Mutalisks are going to be out soon.
The Mutalisks are already in his
out,
base.
Excuse me.
Jelizerg does not even care about
this. That. Okay, so here's the Mutalisks.
And, well, the Mutalisks actually do absolutely nothing. You know, that's too bad. If the Mutalisks had been over near those dropships, he would have killed all of everything. But as is, GanZI should be able to get home with all those units, and no harm, no foul.
Okay, so nobody taking any serious blows, though. Both strategies kind of deflected. Drone transfer now occurring. And it looks like Terran may have to just go for a third base. But actually, now that I see what the Terran's doing on Artosis' preview screen, it looks like he's instead going to go ahead and try to push.
Yeah, he has a decent amount of units right now, but I'm a little bit worried. He doesn't know when Baneling's speed's going to finish. And if you don't have a lot of tanks, man, you cannot be walking around on creep against Baneling's speed. That's going to be very frightening. You're not going to be able to kite anything, really.
I don't understand. What are his siege tanks doing?
They're actually just kind of chilling.
In the main.
I think their AI got messed up by his huge depot wall, actually.
Oh, that could be.
And yeah, all those Marines way ahead of his siege tanks.
Yeah,
speed halfway there.
He's got to be pretty careful right now.
July's creep spread looking a lot more like July's creep spread right now.
Okay. Are we going to have GanZI try to push in here? Are the siege tanks on the way, Artosis? Can you check for me?
Yeah, they are. They're not there yet,
go.
though. And this is a powerful timing. If he can actually kill this base and get out with his army, his lead is going to be very large.
Oh my god, he's just going to go for a counterattack.
He figures he can't save that hatchery. He's right about that. And
But
well, this
could be bad because
it could also be good.
well, I mean,
It's going to be good for somebody, Tasteless.
No, I mean, look at the situation. I think actually if he raised the depot wall, oh my god, he did not raise the depot wall. Raise the depot wall.
Oh no.
Are you kidding me?
And actually, most of his Zerglings stay at the bottom. If he had brought more up, that would have helped. Julys are doing insane damage.
Beautiful. Now you can go for the SCVs.
Oh my god.
If he gets these SCVs, the economy of GanZI is going to be terrible. It was not as epic as it was. Okay, there we go.
Well,
what is the SCV count?
the SCV count's 11 to 63 drones. Right now, GanZI still has his army out on the map. I feel like he actually just has to all in right now. I'm surprised that he's going home with this. In fact, I think he realizes, uh-oh, I am so dead. Sickest
nice.
Spaghetti-O moment.
All right. This army here has to do it. He needs to pull everything together. July's drone count is way too good.
68 supply to 113. He has got to be quick about it, Tasteless. A lot of Zerglings are in production. That +2 melee attack is just about to finish, and, well, he doesn't even care to wait. Just going to attack and flank with a lot of Zerglings here. And no siege tanks are left.
Oh my god, actually, there might be enough Marines.
Well, that is...
This is actually quite a game, Artosis.
It's quite a game, Tasteless. We do have Baneling speed, though, and no siege tanks. So, I mean, that's... Well, 12 mutas are actually hatching. Wow, that's a lot of mutas. So he's going to bring his drones out, too, realizing,
yeah, he just
okay,
needs
all
to
I
use
have to
everything here. It's all going to come down to this moment here. Can GanZI control his Marines well enough to destroy the remainder of this Zerg army? He's going to get us around. 2 queens still left.
And
More
like
Marines join
every
in.
drone dying. What in the world am I watching?
The Mutalisks are not quite clumped up right, but more Zerglings now come out. Oh my god.
Oh.
Yeah, July Zerg survives.
He does, but you know that I can't believe how much just died there. It's now 7 SCVs to 29 drones.
Don't forget, Terran does have mules.
Yeah, so he's basically a similar economy. And look at that workers killed tab. Oh my god.
GanZI's at 35 supply.
Yeah, well, it's 67 for July Zerg. And GanZI has some pretty good upgrades right now on his Marines. 1-1. We do have +1 attack on the mutas and +2 attack on Zerglings and Banes. Well, another Baneling nest does have to be made, though. Is July Zerg actually going to like go in and actually attack him? If he does, I feel fearful for him because GanZI does have several siege tanks out.
I don't know exactly what they should do. I guess because they both dealt so much damage to each other, they might as well sit back and both try to macro up, because I think if anybody attacks the other guy, they're going to lose.
Yeah, that definitely, I would agree with you on that point, Tasteless. We have a good amount of mutas out. He can definitely still try to do some damage, but there is a Thor, as we see. It's going to help out immensely. Watch. Watch. Oh, turns around. Saw the Thor turned around.
Well, you don't want to face a Thor if you're a group of Mutalisks.
Yeah.
The problem right now is for July is that he's still on 2 bases.
Yeah.
He doesn't have exactly enough hatcheries.
Oh my god, we have a ton of Banelings being made by July. Looks like he's actually just going to go for it, but with 2 siege tanks out, with a Thor out, with a decent number of Marines, good upgrades out, I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know either, Artosis. I just...
And he's making another hatchery at the gold base after making a bunch of Banelings. Kind of odd, the order in which he's doing everything. But anyways, GanZI is actually just going to move out, Tasteless.
You know what? I don't think with GanZI now we'll see that the gold base is being taken.
Stimming and running back. The siege tank sieging up. The Baneling's rolling in, but the Zergling's already dead. And oh my god, very sloppy.
Ouch. That was a little bit painful to watch. And now all these overlords. This is actually I don't know if this is going to supply block him.
The July Zerg is falling apart, man. Completely falling apart. He just threw away a ton of mutas, a ton of lings.
He just lost like 700 minerals worth of overlords.
Doesn't matter. He's never going to hit that supply again because GanZi's going to come kill him. Really bizarre game thus far.
Yeah, I don't agree with the decision to take the gold base in that scenario.
Yeah, I'd be fine with it if he didn't throw away his army. Maybe he could have fought this off, but as is, GanZi's army worth quite a bit. And, well, removing part of GanZi's army now, but still, the GanZi's main force in the middle is pretty fearsome considering what July Zerg has here. July Zerg is down almost 30 supply.
All right, okay, now here's one thing that I don't agree coming from GanZi is these elevator pushes.
And, well, July Zerg's just going to go for it. And going to completely lose. It looks like GanZi's going to take this game. He's now doubled July Zerg's supply. Amazing that July Zerg actually did lose this game.
Well, he kind of bungled this game here.
Yeah, he definitely bungled it. He bungled it so hard it's almost a bungalow.
Wow.
Yeah.
GG. July Zerg just completely outclassed there by GanZi. Talk about crisis management. Talk about keeping your cool and the pressure's on. He was down to like 11 SCVs and managed to come back.
Yeah. You know, July Zerg made some huge mistakes there. Let's go over them. The attack force is out in the middle of the map when we called the game over. It had only 2 siege tanks in it. It was mostly Marines. In that case, you're going to want a lot of Zerglings and Banelings to try to clean that up. Because even if you clean up cost and efficiently, you're going to be fine. You have such a sick economy going on. But instead, he... Buddy, come up. Pesos, you're on camera. What are you doing?
I had unplugged my microphone.
Okay,
I was like, uh-oh, crisis. I would have been there like...
But let me just go over this real quick. He made 12 mutas while there's a bunch of Marines in his natural that have 1/1 with stim and combat shields. It's like, well, that's like the one unit that isn't going to help here, really. What you need to do is just make a ton of Lings and Banelings, just crush this force somehow. Instead, he used all his drones and a bunch of mutas that he just made after he knew this attack was happening. It was just this weird lapse in judgment from July Zerg.
Well, it's like he suddenly was in a position he's just not used to, I guess. I think sometimes he does those counterattacks and the guy just leaves. And GanZi's like, well, I got one shot. And I think July Zerg was like, no.
Turns on the Eminem song and everything.
Got one shot. No, I think he just did not actually believe that the counterattack would work. And then there's this moment where he's like, oh my God, I got to use my drones now. I'm actually really behind.
And then he lost every single drone.
I know.
It's like...
And what's funny about it is that there were Zerglings and Mutalisks on the way. And he still opted to use those drones during that time. He probably could have pulled back for a little bit. Maybe he would have lost a hatchery, but he could have pulled back.
There was a series of weird blunders in that game, for sure. And then even after that, he was okay.
Yeah.
But then he like made a bunch of Lings and then some drones and then made a bunch of Banelings, then made a hatchery. And this is all in the wrong order. Like, make units when you're going to attack, make drones when you're not. And then he ran all his Zerglings and Mutas into the forest while the Banelings were way far behind. It was just like all these weird things I'm not used to seeing July Zerg do. I think he got like confident, he just got confused. And
everybody who's played Starcraft, I know you've had this, I'm sure our viewers have too, I've experienced it as well, is where you're like winning so badly that you're sort of like, no way can I lose this, you know? And then all of a sudden, you're like, wait a minute. No.
Someone must have tricked him. Someone must have tricked him over the internet to do that.
I feel bad for July, but he's still in this. Our next match will be Lucira against Hongen, and I think this is going to be pretty tough for Hongen to win.
Lucira's pretty sick, man, but Hongen sometimes comes out with a build that just, you're like, oh, all right, there you go.
You know, Hongen's playstyle doesn't always make sense to me, but, you know, a win is a win. And he does manage to win against some very scary opponents.
Now, you know what? No, there's different types of wins. I'm cutting you off.
Like a win where it's like a 6-pool, it's just actually BS. Like
it's like, yeah, you technically won the game. Congratulations. You get a check mark in the win
You're
category.
not a man.
You have one more win now, but it's like not the same. It's not the same, and I won't ever accept anyone who says it is.
No. Here we have Lucira on the left with that lovely new hair dye. New dyed hair.
You had to do that, Tasteless.
Should I do it? Should I do some black with red?
You should. But like that, not just a tint of red.
All right. And on the right, we have Hongun. The map is dual sight. And this should be pretty interesting. Hongun really feeling the heat.
He is. Will he go to the up and down match?
A lot of people have been saying.
A lot of people don't return from.
Yeah. They could sink right down into Code B right away. Hongun, a lot of people have been saying he's been dog paddling in Code S for a little bit too long and is past his time. Let's see if he can prove us wrong and stay here or even possibly move up in the GSL Code S. And of course, Lucira has come so far. I'm sorry, I thought we were ready to go.
I thought you were done.
I thought I was going to be done too, but I guess the Korean commentators had more to say. Okay, now we're ready. So let's do this. Lucira up against Hongun. Zerg against Protoss. They're both down a game, so this game matters so much here at the GSL Code S.